Wrestling Podcast.
You already know your hosts, me, Terrell, Donnie, and CT. So I start off every week asking, how was y'all week?
Oh man, mine was very productive. Very productive. I had fun this week. It was a fun week. I had took care of some behind the scenes things for my YouTube channel and podcast myself. Released a video on YouTube, so it's always great times doing that.
Amazing.
Yes, and yesterday I celebrated my dad's birthday. He 45 now. He, you know, know me. We had took him out, and he had his favorite alcoholic drink that he had,
Which
and it was
is
all on us. It was great. And I
all
had
on
chicken and
you? I
waffles.
thought you don't be
yesterday.
making money. How is it all on you?
I said all on us. You see, keyword us. All right, it wasn't just me.
Okay, so your mama
paid.
paid for it. Did you pay for anything?
I gave him a few dollars. Okay.
So no. Okay, how was
But
your week, Donnie?
the thought that counts.
It is a thought. It's the thought, CT.
He see, next month is Father's Day. That's when he getting his stuff.
You know,
But you still ain't
Terrell's
got no
standards for
money.
Terrell's standards for gift giving is very high. So
Very.
That's not
CT,
necessarily true.
It's okay, CT. It's the thought that counts.
No,
Exactly.
it definitely is the thought that counts. I'm not saying that my gift giving things are high. The thing is, don't be on here lying and saying that you did something that you didn't do. Granted, your presence was probably enough for him. The fact that you guys all were together. But you gonna sit here and say it was all on us when you didn't put nothing into it is crazy.
He put some of that lawnmower money in it.
His mama is not paying him to mow the lawn.
His mom is paying him $20 to mow the lawn.
Is your mama paying you money?
Oh, absolutely not. That's why I do it.
Oh,
exactly.
I tried to help you out.
No. My income comes
and your
from
internship
YouTube.
Ain't happened yet, so
so
you get money from YouTube.
It's actually my internship starts tomorrow.
Congrats.
My income comes from YouTube, podcasting, and pretty much that's it. Oh, and my side gig that I do for a media company. That's where my income comes
I thought you were gonna talk about your. Never mind.
But that is being a social media manager. That's not going to be discussed here. That is being a social media manager and a website writer.
So you know I was talking about 2CT.
I know exactly what you was talking about.
How about
not
you, Donnie? How was your
myself
week?
like that.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Donnie, how was your weekend? Or week?
My week was pretty good. It was busy. It was I'm happy it's over. I'm so happy that week is over. And we are here and we are not going anywhere.
It's my favorite time of the week now. Podcast day.
Oh. Usually it's Monday. Well, actually, usually it's Sundays, but it's been Mondays the last couple weeks.
This is the third Monday in a row, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Third time's a charm, huh?
That doesn't really apply in this type of situation, but I get what you're going with.
We'll be back on Sunday. One of these weeks.
Next week, maybe?
Next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Next week's the 2nd, right?
Yep.
So, my family is having something on that Sunday for Father's Day because they're having it a week early. Don't even know why. But if you're going to have an event early, why not do it on a Saturday? Why make it on a Sunday too? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Why is it Sunday? So y'all gonna go to church, praise the Lord, and then have an event and party?
Well, I wouldn't be going to church because I'd have to drive out there because it's like 2 hours away.
Oh. Yeah, so you gotta miss church because of that. It's crazy.
Oh, I don't think I'm going.
Oh, you're not going to the event?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, is this the family with the thing?
What thing?
The thing with the dishes?
Yeah, that
dishes.
Thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you can say it on here. I don't care. They don't watch my shit.
Oh, is this the family that was like, everybody bring dishes?
Oh, yes.
Or bring your own food. BYOF.
It's that thing.
Bring your own
food. Yeah. Yeah,
that's
so that's another reason why.
Right there, because I've never heard that before.
It's not a California thing. It's literally a her thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go neither.
But
Yeah.
especially for me, because like everybody else lives kind of around there, so it's easy for y'all to make something or bring something or whatever. I live all the way out of town, so you want me to bring a dish to support the potluck, I guess, in a sense or whatever. Plus, bring my own meat so I can eat something. Like it's not feasible for me to do that.
Mm-mm.
So it's looking like I'm not going,
No.
and I don't need to
Your own
spend
food
extra
at
money
home
anyways.
for that.
Yeah,
And
just
stay at home, FaceTime
stay
me.
at your
I won't
house.
answer,
So
but
yeah, we'll be back on Sunday because I ain't doing nothing
yeah.
on
Okay, so
Sunday.
Sunday sounds like a plan because it doesn't look like I'm going. But
Great.
my week was cool. I finished my first 3 chapters of my book, so I have
Yeah.
uh 5 more to go. So hopefully I'll get them done. I was gonna try to finish it this weekend, but I was like, you know what, I shouldn't work on the weekends, so I didn't do it.
Mm-mm. Take the weekends to yourself.
Exactly. So yeah, and then I was so tired after waking up early to watch I'm sorry, not WrestleMania. Watch King of the Ring. Because it was earlier for me than it was for y'all, and then um after that was over, I was like, oh, let me take a nap. But I was like, no, I need to go to the store. And then once I got back from the store, I needed to cook. And then the day just got ahead of me. So I was just too tired to actually write anything. And then yesterday, I had to go back to the store because I needed to get pasta to make a shrimp. But I make shrimp, Cajun shrimp pasta. Um, and
Cajun shrimp pasta
yeah,
in
shrimp.
LA. I mean Cali.
I mean, why
I didn't
can't
know that
I
was.
make that?
I didn't know that was a thing up there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a thing. A lot of people from the
Well,
South
it's
move to
technically
California.
not. Thank you. It's technically not necessarily a thing, but like I'm black and I made it myself from scratch. So, and most of my family's from Louisiana and Mississippi. So why couldn't?
Yeah, see, that makes
I didn't
sense.
know that part. Yeah, that
Yeah.
He
makes
So
told
I
sense.
I,
he
I
told
might have
us
been born
that.
in California, but my family's not.
Yeah, he told us his family from down here
I
in
do not remember that.
in Mississippi.
Mhm.
Very
Hmm.
interesting
Yeah,
states.
that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Macomb, to be exact. Um. So, anyways, yeah, so I made that, and then I was just like, I don't feel like doing that. And then the pay-per-view came on, so I wasn't gonna write while the pay-per-view was
Mm-mm.
on for AEW because I wouldn't have been paying attention to either one of them, or I've only been paying attention to one of them.
You probably
That
could have
Um,
finished your whole book though by the end of that AEW pay per
pay
view.
per view, you probably could have
dead
finished
ass.
the rest of the chapters.
So speaking of that, like,
Oh man, snooze
if you
fest for
wanted
Ooh.
most of it.
to, I know we're gonna go to chops and everything, but before we get to that, I just want to say my biggest chop of the weekend for these pay-per-views was that AEW's pay-per-view was so goddamn long. And they're always so goddamn long.
Always. Yeah.
Always.
And
Triple
I
H has
just think
spoiled me.
about, I think about like if I was there at the event, you got to think about it. There's the pre-show that they had matches on or whatever. Like you're there for like a good 8-7 hours. That's too much goddamn wrestling for a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Now
anyways,
y'all see why WrestleMania is 2 nights?
what it used to be,
Well, I know because we complained after WrestleMania 35 and how goddamn long it was.
that's
It was
not
terrible.
that's not why they split it up.
No, well. I know
They
the
literally
reason
only
why they
did it
split up because of the
the
pandemic,
pandemic, yeah, and then they just
but people
stuck
were
with it.
complaining about it though. In 2019, I'll never forget. I was one of them.
Yeah.
I was
I remember the
tired.
complaints too. Cause
I don't remember
WrestleMania, I do. They used them
what was the main
them
event.
motherfuckers used to be long.
I went to 34 and in New Orleans. I don't live that far from New Orleans, by the way. I didn't get back to my house till 3 a.m.
And I'm gonna let you know one that was 34 the one with the Divas triple threat.
Yeah, that was
Sasha,
the one.
Charlotte, and Becky.
No, that was
Oh, that was 30.
32.
That
32?
whole
That was
along
not no
too.
30-32. That was like 36, maybe 30,
No,
37,
no,
35,
no. He said
36.
Divas, the Divas title when
He
they
did
first
not
did the
say
women's title.
divas. He did
Yeah, I
not say
did.
divas. Did you
Yeah,
Yes,
he
I
say
did.
did.
divas? Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Charlotte was the
that was
Divas champion.
that was
Oh.
32 because Charlotte won the first
No.
ever women's championship they had when they brought it
There's no
back.
way that was
Was
32.
that 32? Was that not 33?
That wasn't 33.
Let me
That
fact
was
check myself real quick.
Were they even on the main card in 32?
They were. I remember Charlotte. We watched 32 not too long ago. She was there. I never forget. I said, "Oh, the beginning of Charlotte Flair." They were there. I'll never forget that. Yeah, Charlotte. It was somebody in Charlotte. It was a triple threat or
Or it was
something.
32. You're right.
It
Yeah,
was XL. Yeah.
Yeah, dang. They've been there for a minute.
yeah,
That was 2016.
Yeah.
So you went to WrestleMania 34, you said?
yeah, yeah. I went to 34. I was supposed to go to 30, but my dad had to work, so we didn't go to 30. But I watched 30 on the WWE Network. But 34, when they came back 4 years later, I was there, and I got
Oh, that's
there
the one with
at
Ronda Rousey.
yes, Ronda Rousey was there. Ronda Rousey, and I believe that was her debut. I believe
Oh, the tag match
the tag match with Kurt Angle, and then
in the Hemsleys.
yes, and then we had that atrocious main event with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and
Oh my
oh
God.
god, that was terrible. But
Oh,
yeah,
and
I
AJ
remember getting
fought
back.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, that snooze fest. I was pissed as an AJ Styles fan, very pissed. Um, that show. But I remember coming back at 3 a.m. getting back home, and I only live about 45 minutes from New Orleans. It was very interesting. Then I had to get back up for
Well, what
7
time did
a.m. to go to
did the
school.
paper? Ouch, shit. What time did the pay-per-view end?
1:45 a.m. And then it took us an
What time did it
hour.
start?
It started at 7 p.m.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
And it took y'all an hour to get home? Well, that's not
Mm-hmm.
bad. It was just an extra 15
The
minutes.
traffic. The traffic. So then
And
I
that's probably
only
getting
I
out the
only slept
parking
in my
lot.
bed for about 4 hours because I had to get right back up to go to school.
You went to school
Monday
the next
morning.
day?
Oh yeah, I did. With no voice. I was there.
I wouldn't have. I would have called ahead. Oh,
Oh, my
at
mother
school, you don't
makes me
call out. You
go.
just.
She said as long as you're breathing, you're going to school.
Mm-hmm. So I had to go to school right after my WrestleMania trip too.
Mm-hmm.
That was hell.
It was
Wouldn't
That
have
was a
been
hell.
me.
two-nighter. That was a
Oh, oh
two-nighter.
God, I feel bad for you,
I
man.
would have went to a friend's house and went to sleep. Shit, before I
I don't know
go to
what
show.
friends you was talking about. It wasn't nothing but that Red Roof Inn. Because
Better roof
WrestleMania was
in.
in Dallas
Oh,
when I
38.
went.
I got friends across the. I got y'all. Y'all in Louisiana. If I need somewhere to crash, I could crash with y'all.
You sure can.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't see why
Fuck you,
not.
Donnie.
See, let me
I
tell you
literally
You
something.
said
took too long to say yes.
no. I
Let me
was
tell
just
you,
like,
if
yeah, I
I'm
don't see
around
why not.
California and I don't feel like going to a hotel, I'm call Terrell, be like,
Yeah, you definitely could.
can I
I
come
live
down there?
kind of far from things though, so I don't know if
I, I don't mind if it's not gonna pay for any hotel fees for that time period. Let's go. I'm coming.
for sure, for sure. But what was I gonna say? Anyways, getting to the news and rumors.
News and
That's you.
rumors. Oh, I thought we was just going into the pay-per-views today.
Oh, so you ain't prepared.
I didn't have no news and rumors.
Well
Which
then,
one y'all want to
the
start with?
questions that you had sent us, ask them. Do what you got to do.
I was about to say that. That's not. Okay, so
I just thought that's what we
between,
do.
I mean, it's a whole paper. This a whole pay-per-view, a whole pay-per-view thing. Ain't no news and rumors. That doesn't even make sense to do. The Okay, so what we have for Queen in the Ring match of the night? Who we have?
King and Queen of the Ring
King and
match of
Queen
the
in the
night.
Ring, the pay-per-view.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say Gunther and Randy Orton, even though the botch happened at the end. It was still a good match though. I like that match. It was fun.
I feel like they were setting up something. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I feel like it too. I feel like it was intentional. I don't think it was accidental.
Well,
I
we'll
think
find
that's
out
going to
from.
play into the story later on for Randy Orton, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got one.
Oh, interesting. They were all just
What does that
okay for
mean?
you, good to you.
Yeah, none of them were like bad. Just nothing really stood out to me.
Hmm.
Like I can't even. Definitely wasn't Liv and Becky.
Oh no.
Mm.
No,
The right
that
person.
was
I feel like out of all the matches, I feel like the right people won.
Yeah, the right people
yeah.
definitely won.
Yeah, thank God Logan Paul didn't win. That was
That wasn't gonna happen. That'd have been the
never.
shock of the century.
I'm so happy he didn't win. It was
That
a
was
good
a good
match though.
match, though.
It was good, but
Yeah.
I mean he can wrestle his tail off though. That's the crazy part. He's a
Mm-hmm.
natural.
Yeah, some people just have it. But
Yeah.
I will say this. He's had that US title for a long time, but he's only defended it twice.
Yeah, that's my problem too. I hope that he defends it
Like, we
more.
say that you're so good, but what are you really doing?
He's doing nothing with it.
Nothing.
He's just
Exactly.
been
Holding it. He's keeping it
vacationing with
warm.
it.
He's basically Roman Reigns.
In the mid card. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I
So, like, we could
mean,
say he's good. We could say he's good all day, but what the fuck does that even mean if you're not even doing what you need to be doing?
he's
Well, I
doing
don't know
nothing.
because his match record of late has kind of been eating Romans.
No, his matches are good. And he loses. Even when he loses, like, he impresses us. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, I don't
LA
care.
I should have the belt by now.
I'm surprised you said that because I didn't think you liked the LA Knight.
I mean, I think I wouldn't say that I necessarily like LA Knight.
But
There's no but.
oh, because he was in the audience, I just assumed that he was going to be the one that stops him from using the brass knuckles or whatever, because it just would have made
Yeah.
sense for them to build up their story, but that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know?
I don't know. That's it. It feels like LA Knight and Logan Paul is going to happen at SummerSlam. At least we hope. And then LA Knight's probably going to beat him. But we'll see.
We gotta
I
wait
don't
till
know right
SummerSlam.
now.
Oh, he ain't defending that title till SummerSlam, so I guess you're right.
Yeah, he
That'll
ain't. Cause
probably be when he loses it.
I'm trying to think
yeah,
who else is in the mid card title picture or the mid card
what is even
picture
the
on
next show?
SmackDown.
So
Even
that's the thing
Anyway,
about it. Most of the men on SmackDown are mid-guy people. So, like, we only have literally less than a handful that actually compete with Cody. So some of these wrestlers, like, they need, like, for instance, like Austin Theory and what's his name,
Grayson Flop.
Grayson Waller. They need to lose the belts because they need to go on their own. Austin Theory, I believe, is too good to be with in the tag team or whatever. They could be able to build him to at least the mid card title again, and then eventually, like, by now, he's been with the company on the main roster for so long. They should have built him to be a quote unquote threat for the world title by now.
do they even have enough tag teams for that?
That's not my problem.
Oh, that's
That's something that Triple H got to think about if he's breaking up teams. Do
yeah,
you
but
have
that wasn't
enough
really a
somebody to
real team.
replace?
And when you think about it, that wasn't a real team, anyways.
he should never put those two
They just,
together.
No.
but it just worked.
Well, yeah, it got over.
Barely that.
Mm-hmm. So, like, barely, but it worked.
It worked
But
though.
so that, get rid of that. And then that's one other person. Then we have Andrade, who they need to make a threat for the world title because he's so good. Putting him in the
That's what
mid card
we
realm just does nothing.
exactly because I was complaining about him being in the mid card in AEW. He needs to be a main eventer in
Yes.
WWE again.
Mm-hmm.
So that needs to happen.
And then we have Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
I forgot about Bobby, but
I
who
just don't.
hasn't?
I just don't feel like that. Him and he would need to turn heel.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on with this Hurt Business thing? Are they faces?
Wait, who? Oh, Hurt Business? They're not called the Hurt Business no more.
What are they called now?
I don't remember.
It's something. Did they say that on King and
Power
Queen? I
something.
don't remember the name.
What are they? What are they called?
It was a Hurt Business 2.0.
No, it's not. They have a name.
That's what I thought it was too. I thought it was Hurt Business 2.0.
No, it's not the Hurt Business. They said their
see.
name.
I gotta
That's
find it now.
hilarious.
I'm dead.
That is
Let's
hilarious.
see. Bobby.
In the
I gotta
Street
find
Profits.
it. Shoot. In Street Profits. What's the name? Because now I'm curious. If it's not Hurt Business 2.0.
The Pride. They're called the Pride.
The Pride.
Yes.
I have
Ridiculous.
not ever heard of this name before.
They said that
They
on one of
said
the
it on
SmackDowns.
TV because Street Profits and they were in the crowd at King and Queen in the ring, and they said, "Here is the Pride," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Who are these people?
I don't know.
Yes, he said Hurt
That's a
Business
strike.
2.0.
I thought that's what it was.
No.
They need to create a Hurt Business 2.0. God damn it!
Just go ahead and rename it. It makes sense.
Where
But
is
they're called the
MVP?
Pride.
Is he even employed still?
He's somewhere with Omos.
Wherever Omos is.
Omos need to be in the unemployment line, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh,
I was
wow.
I was like thinking about MVP the other day. I'm like, where is he at? Like he's just disappeared.
Omos is only still with the company because he's so big.
That's it.
He's not that talented in the ring.
No.
He doesn't have good matches. His best match was with Seth Rollins, and that's because it's Seth frickin' Rollins.
Who else was tall and couldn't wrestle? I'm trying to think of names because that's
Holly.
who he reminds me of.
Great
Giant
Khali.
Gonzalez.
That guy. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of. He's just mid.
I remember watching that match. That's how old I am. Him and Undertaker.
I just have it on a DVD.
And
that's the
that
only
was
reason I know.
outside. Where was it at?
Wasn't
it was
like,
at Caesar's Palace.
That's what I was outside.
Yeah, because I remember it was sunny as hell. Well, I don't
Yes.
know. I just seen the because my dad.
You can say you remember. You watched it before. You can say you remember.
I watched it. Yeah, I watched the match on because my dad got the DVD of the Undertaker streak from his from 20
0
and
to
0.
25.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, was it 20?
You know, 21 to 0. So
21?
I had got all the streak matches they put on DVD, and I had watched it for the first time, and I was like, "This guy looks awful." I said that out loud watching the match.
Quiet as it's kept, Undertaker should have stayed undefeated, but we ain't gonna have to talk about that right now.
I've been saying that for the last 10 years.
Brock Lesnar
didn't need it.
And then they gave it to Roman. Jinx, though.
Gave it
That
to
was
Roman. Imagine they gave it to Roman.
And it did nothing for Roman, though.
Because he had already lost by then.
Yeah. So it did nothing for him. Yeah.
He retired him, but he just kept taking.
But I remember Undertaker saying that the person that should have beat him was Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm. He said Bray Wyatt. He wanted Edge to do it, I think, and he also said he wanted Randy Orton to do it too. But they both said that.
I ain't heard that, but
I heard it.
I heard it.
And Edge was like, out of respect of the Undertaker, he couldn't.
He said no.
Out of respect for the street.
And Randy Orton said the same thing. He said, "I'm not big enough for that." Brock just said, "Give it to me."
He didn't care.
That. He didn't care. That's why. He didn't care about no respect.
That had to be like junior year, senior year of high school. I was like, no, they didn't. But then they did. And so I was like, oh.
No, they didn't, but then they did.
Yeah, I was going into...
I'll never forget that black guy's face that they show every time.
I was in 5th grade.
He's literally famous because of that. Yeah, with the glasses there.
Yeah.
I was in 5th grade. We had over an hour debate on that. On our way to school. The next day.
You and who?
Crazy. Oh, me and my best friend at the time. We were childhood friends.
Oh, you guys aren't friends now? You guys are what?
We're childhood friends. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you said chocolate friends. I said what?
No, childhood. I ain't
Terrell,
chocolate.
Please. Jesus, what is that?
No,
we're still a child.
No, we're still close. Yeah, and I still keep in contact with both of them. We just had great debates on wrestling when we were younger. We don't talk that much anymore.
But, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what happens when you get older, though.
Yeah, he moved away. So.
Okay, so back to the wrestling. But yeah, I can't think really. Like, I'm glad Nia won because speaking of Nia, the girl killed Lyra Valkyria. Yes. When I mean killed her, like, that girl was a pancake.
Pretty much.
I was like, I know my good sister got like at least 2 busted ribs after that.
At least, minimum. I'm like, oh, hell to the knot. That was vicious.
That was vicious. I think that alone made...
She sold like a champ, though.
She took it. She ate it like a champ. Well, she probably didn't have no choice but to eat it, to be honest.
She couldn't breathe.
She couldn't breathe. So, yikes. Shout out to Lyra for that. That was a good match, too.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Nia has been on a hell of a run since she's come
I
back.
agree.
Well
This has been her
deserved.
best
That
run
is somebody
she's
that
ever had.
deserves something. If we're gonna talk about
Yes,
deserves something,
yes,
and we'll get into that
because
later.
get her the belt, honestly.
Yeah, because she beating Bailey. If Bailey
Oh,
wins, I'm gonna be surprised. She might lose it the same day, depending on who wins Money in the Bank. But she definitely deserves to win the title.
Yeah, when is Money in the Bank? Is that in July?
Not the next pay per view, but I think the pay per view after
So July.
next, because not isn't Clash of the Titans in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's because they said that it was June 14th or something. Drew McIntyre's fighting
Was it 14th? I thought it was
what's his
sooner than
face,
that.
Damien. Triple H announced it or something.
No, yeah. He did say that.
did we not have a presser?
A presser.
A
Oh,
press
at the end.
conference?
At the end of the. I didn't hear anything about one, so probably
No, I
not.
didn't. They didn't say anything about
They
it
was probably trying to
unless it
get the
was
hell up
really
out of
quiet.
there.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I would have gone on the first available flight. Send me take me home.
Yeah, June 15th is when the pay per view is.
Yeah.
You said Juneteenth?
No, June
Right?
15th.
15th.
Oh, June 15th. Okay, never mind.
They better not put no damn pay-per-view on Juneteenth.
And if they did,
If they did, we better have a lot of black people on the show.
they don't give a fuck. They didn't do nothing to Tiffany, so then they don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think they will
July
do anything.
6th is Money in the Bank. July 6th.
July
July
6th.
6th.
2 days after the 4th of July.
Oh, they got a lot going on.
Crazy, man. I can't believe summer is here. Ugh.
Oh, Bailey actually is on the poster for Money in the Bank.
Look at Bailey.
Finally.
They finally
They love to leave
heard
my
our
good
cries.
sister. They love to leave my good sister off a poster.
Look at that. Like, okay.
Finally.
Finally.
She on the poster. And so is Ricochet. He should win Money in the Bank, him and Naomi, but hey.
Yeah, so
Give it to my black people.
Clash at the Castle, Money in the Bank, and SummerSlam is the next 3 WWE
Speaking of
pay-per-views.
Ricochet, I do want to say, did you guys, I think we spoke about it briefly, but did you guys hear what Will Ospreay said about Ricochet?
Mm-hmm. Basically everything that we said.
Literally the week before. I was like, oh, he's seen the video. He's seen our video.
I'm telling you, some of these wrestlers are watching this podcast. I really believe that.
So the other 5 people is one of them.
It's gotta be one of them.
It's the clips.
It's gotta be.
The clips.
Yeah,
it's
clips.
The clips.
The clips. Could we put them on
they're
TikTok
circulating.
too? Mm-hmm. And they just keep circulating. I'm telling you.
But no, we definitely and is. But definitely Ricochet is great. I was gonna say the GOAT, but then I was watching this video and I realized that the term GOAT is actually negative terminology. It can be seen as a negative terminology because of like the devil, and we'll get into that in a whole other time.
I never knew that.
I just found out
that. Never knew that before.
Yeah. I mean, y'all in Louisiana, y'all should know.
That'll be a competition off camera.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say the GOAT, but he is really
one of the greatest of all times. Yes.
And he is the best at high fly. He is the best high flyer.
He the boat.
Okay.
The boat.
Gonna sue your ass for that one.
What? Come on, guys. That's my good sis Natalia.
Wow. I can't.
I hope Chopper sees that. I really do. I hope Chopper sees this clip.
That is something.
You bitch.
I can't.
You Natalia be eating them up. That's what I meant there. Natalia be eating them up. I don't care what they could never make me hate you.
I think she hope they're resigning.
Did she just resign?
I don't know if it was resigning, but they made it seem like it was a contract extension. So
yeah, they're talking to her. I heard.
Isn't that different about it? Is that different than a resigning?
Well, an extension is the same thing as a resign because they're just extending their contract.
It's not. A resigning means that you get a whole new contract, and you negotiate it.
An extension,
exactly. That means that's different.
Well, yes, that is a little different because her pay only increased.
Not a little. It's definitely different. It's definitely different. Meaning
Yeah,
that if she was supposed to be
I
out in
know. I'm studying business.
June,
Okay.
we'll study harder. If she's supposed to be out
Oh.
in June, if she's supposed to be out in June,
Damn.
it'd be his facial expressions. If she was supposed to be out in June and they extended it, they could have just extended it to the end of the year, which means that she still at some point needs to renegotiate for a new contract.
Yes. Yes. So hopefully she has a new deal in 2025.
She need to get that man some babies.
I thought
Get
they
rid of
had
some of them
churn.
cats.
Geriatric pregnancies, Terrell?
Ooh, hey,
They
that's
could
what's in right
never,
now.
they could never make me hate you, Natalia.
That's what's in right now. You just called that girl old.
No, it's a technical term.
I know it is
How old?
technical.
How old is she?
I don't know, but
She's like 42
Serena
or
Deeb look older
43.
than her.
She could. She still got time. She
Well,
got
How old
time.
is Natalia?
technically she might not.
Oh, she just turned 42 years old today.
Oh, today's her birthday?
Yeah, today is her birthday.
Yo,
As
Oh,
recording.
look at that.
Natalia.
Birthday Natalia?
She was
Hey, guys.
She was born May 27th, 1982.
That was yesterday, bro. Oh no, today's the 27th.
I
Today's
Dang.
was saying,
27th. Because, yes, today's
Yeah,
27th.
that's
Today's her
crazy.
birthday.
That's what are the odds?
what
We
are
talk
the
about her
odds?
age, and it's
Yes.
Right.
well, happy birthday, Natalia.
Happy
Look,
birthday, Natalia Catherine Nyhart Wilson.
42 years old, girl. Look at you. 1982 was 42 years. Oh, God. Okay. Wow.
CT.
Damn. That is crazy.
Anywho, Natty, you're looking good, baby. Keep doing what you're
She do
doing.
look good for her age,
Yeah,
and she's lost
she
weight.
sure do.
She look good right now, and I love her run right now that she's doing on NXT. So
And her gears eating.
don't recall what the gear's been looking like, but no, she's doing good. And I
True.
actually like her and that other girl. What's her name? Cameron.
Carmen Electra. Carmen Petra.
Petrovolke or something. I don't know her name, but yeah, her
Petrekovich.
something like that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I do like them together. I guess they're both from Canada or whatever. Like I feel like that they're a decent team together.
Yeah, it
Um,
works.
it does work, and I can see if Natalia goes back up to the main card, she should take that girl with her
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because the
yeah.
girl actually is decent in the ring. Like actually, a lot of these newer girls are actually pretty good.
I was about to say, if you really want to get into it, these new girls
You know,
are
they
giving the
giving
main
it.
roster girls
Yes,
a
a run for
little
their
bit
money.
of a run for their money.
Yes, because you know who needs to be going back down to get some more practicing is the
Leave
girl
Jade
before
alone.
Jade. I was not going to talk about
She
Jade.
was.
Oh.
He was. Oh, I said. He was
I was
not
going to say the
going to
girl with the
say.
color hair. What's her name? We ain't seen her in a
Tegan
minute. She was
Knox.
Tegan. There you go. I can't stand Tegan
Her
Knox.
and her knee and her ACL can really go
Both
right
of
back
them.
to Rev Pro
Both of
across
them
the
knees.
lake in NXT UK because we are tired.
Yes, I'm just like and whatever they keep putting her different things and it's just not working.
It's not working.
Y'all hilarious.
It's not working. It's not.
Y'all are hilarious.
And they literally have nothing for her in creative right now. So.
And I love.
She got
You
a
loved who?
goal.
You love who?
Love who?
I was about to say Tegan, but it was about to be a lie, so that's why I didn't say. I didn't finish my sentence.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
need to be lying on this Good Monday.
Mm, he was one to talk.
I would say, didn't you already clock that earlier?
No, I did not.
Yes.
Okay. I've been very truthful this entire podcast. I don't know what you're talking about earlier.
Did that stuff happen before we push record?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, so not today, but just the podcast.
Just the podcast. I have not lied. They don't know any lies I've told today.
Today is
Against the roast people.
crazy.
Today is wild.
Oh, come on, man. Some people be in my DMs sometimes. I gotta tell them stuff to tell them stop talking to me.
What are you talking about?
I'm just telling you about sometimes I have to lie because then I don't want people to in my business. So there you go.
You don't gotta lie. All you gotta say is sometimes my business not your business.
I know. But
I had to tell my mom that yesterday. She was like, oh, because I was talking to somebody. She's like, who's in your room? Sometimes my business not your business.
Oh.
Like,
That's
You
true.
don't know all my moves. It was just my little cousin, but you didn't need to know that. Like,
Yeah, parents be want to know every detail, even what you ate today.
hmm but
Crazy.
anyways, back to this pay per view.
Oh Lord.
I don't know. I feel like it. So, how did you feel about the pay per view, Donnie? Because I know before that you said that this was just a glor when the pay per views are overseas at where was it at? Saudi Arabia or
Saudi.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that they don't give pay per views. They
Mm-hmm.
give live shows. So, how did you feel about the pay per view overall?
Well, I was not proven wrong.
No.
It gave very much so glorified house show with a lot of production.
And
It gave
I'm the,
pyrotechnics.
pyrotechnics. It gave attendance. It gave also very much so beautiful gowns, I will say. And that's about it. It didn't give me much.
Did y'all see what Becky had on? I thought that she was a spy.
That's my gear of the night, I have to say.
I don't know if she was really trying to go for Britney Spears look because that's what people were saying that they were both doing a Britney Spears look. I
Mm-mm.
I feel like she was about to be in an orchestra. She was gonna have her things, and the band was gonna come out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't. I wasn't mad at the gear. I thought that it was very creative
It
for
was
because you know
different.
that. Yeah, it was very creative because she knew she had to be all covered up, and it didn't give wrestling gear, but she was able to wrestle in it. So I'm in a gay fashion. So I'm
It
actually I
did.
was here for it. I
It
was here for it. It was
gave
very creative,
Becky's gear. I gave tens. I have to say, I
and
gave
the hair
tens.
went with it too. That she did
The
with it.
hair went with it.
Hmm So
I
she did
love
what
it.
she needed to be done.
The hair looked great though. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
I was
Mm.
staring.
And then Liv gave. So I thought it was Britney Spears, but someone else said it was Rihanna. So now I'm confused for the
Rihanna,
Super
what?
Bowl.
Rihanna,
Super Bowl.
when?
Oh,
I said, oh, maybe it was Rihanna
but
then.
she didn't have the jacket.
She
No.
wasn't gonna wrestle in the jacket.
But you could have, if you was gonna give Rihanna, you're gonna wear it out to the
I thought it
ring.
was Britney, but
Wear
then,
it to
but
It
didn't
was
she
it's
wear?
Brittany.
wear it for the
But didn't she
entrance,
wear
nobody.
something like that similar before?
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes, last time she wrestled there.
Now I thought it was me. I thought it was just me. I was like, this
No,
looks
she did it.
familiar.
Yeah, she did it before. Um, so that's why some people were saying it was Rihanna this time, not Britney.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
the same damn costume,
And it was different though. I think she might
oh,
just
it was
added to it.
what some buckles,
Yeah, actually.
girl.
Mm.
Well, anyway, it was nice. It looked nice, but maybe try a different color next time.
Hmm
Yeah, we need new colors. We just need new
You know what?
everything.
Some of these women need, and
We
I'm
didn't
gonna
need.
say this because Tiffany Stratton did this. Did y'all see the clip? I wish I had it because I would show it y'all.
Of her
But
tracks,
yes, she curled her real hair so it didn't match the actual track. But all of them women, all of them white women, their hair be hella short. I don't know why. Probably because they be bleaching it. And then they have the long tracks, and then they don't like who's ever putting these weaves in are not doing a good job.
they do
But
not be installing them.
and they're not like weaves. They're what are those? The tape ins.
The clip-ins, clip-ons.
They're not clip ins. They're like tape ins. So they do it by the strand. And you have to get like pliers to undo it. I just know people that have had them,
And it
and
and it don't look good at all.
it
At
doesn't.
all.
Well, it's because like hers didn't look great. I remember when Mandy Rose had did it for a minute after she cut her hair off and then tried to put them in. It just doesn't blend well because the hair is so short. Like I don't know
Even when
who's
Becky did it, when Becky had cut her hair
yes,
short,
and
and
then they
she
got
tried
the
to,
nerve to put their hair up in like a bun, and then you see all the track
baby,
when they
got
put
all
it.
your business outside.
Yes, I'm like that is
All your
not
business.
cute. So I don't know who's doing their hair because they literally only one that got good hair are the black women.
Yep.
Because you ain't I have never once ever seen anything out of place on Naomi, uh, Bianca. Well, I mean Bianca always wear whatchamacallit, but nor Jade, um,
Bianca always
Cameron when she was
fresh.
there. Even Alicia Fox's wigs was good. Like they might not have fit her skin tone, but they was good wigs. Uh,
Alicia Fox.
I know
Right.
you ain't gonna do her like that, Donnie.
Hey, that was the Noam Dar impression. Great times.
No,
Lash
darn.
Legends hair. Okay, Jakara. I don't know what's new with that. Did you see NXT where she like colored the bottom of her wig, that short bob red?
I think I got what she was trying to do.
It didn't succeed.
It didn't translate
No.
through TV. But I got the idea. It was a cute idea.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. I don't like her with short hair either, though. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to see Mercedes with a bob.
didn't we already see that? Haven't we already
An
seen
actual
that?
bob, not like the. Not one of them bobs.
Oh,
Sure. That's hilarious.
I don't know.
I need to see her with an actual bob. I feel like it's gonna eat.
I think it will.
So she
Speaking
can
of
leave these
Mercedes,
wigs alone. Girl, put these wigs down. You got hair. You can wear that hair that's on your head. Just put these wigs down.
so
Mm-hmm.
speaking of Mercedes, after she won the match, they kept saying she deserved it. She deserved it. No. They're saying she earned it. She earned it. She earned it. So I said we was gonna speak about earning stuff. Nia earned the King of the Ring or the Queen of the Ring.
She did.
Mercedes was given that match
All right.
because her name.
Yeah.
To earn something, you actually have to do something. She did nothing but show up.
She showed up and the women got how much time?
But she didn't earn the belt.
Did she win a number one contenders match? Did she say
Exactly.
I'm gonna wrestle to earn this opportunity at this
So
belt? No,
there's
she
a
was
difference
just given
between
it.
what Trinity when Trinity went to TNA and what Mercedes did. So we all knew that Trinity was going to get the title match and she was more likely going to win the belt.
That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
But she told them when she got there that she didn't want to just be handed something. She wanted to prove herself, so she wanted to have these matches before she even got to the title picture. Mercedes Moné believes, and I'm not going to argue with her, that she is the best in the world in the women. So she doesn't always feel that she needs to earn these things because or her resume, basically, she's saying it speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come with that kind of entitlement where these other women have been working and busting their ass, you're basically something that you said that you didn't like, which was what Charlotte Flair was, just given certain opportunities.
Who been busting their ass for that TBS title?
What?
Who's been busting their ass for the TBS title?
You're missing my point. I know you're trying to be on Mercedes Moné's team, but this isn't
No,
about necessarily
I'm not
Mercedes.
I'm not missing your point. I get fully what you're saying. I think that it would have better. I feel like it would land better had she just come into the women's world title picture.
A belt. They got so many fucking belts. I don't know which one's more important. And now that she won that belt is more important.
Obviously, the one Mercedes won.
So again, my point is proven.
She earned it. Listen,
She did not earn. How did she earn it?
My thing is, if Tony's belt was more important, it would be more important.
How did she earn it? Well, we knew that Tony's belt wasn't important when she fought Serena Deebs.
You didn't have to do my good sis Serena like that.
I'm sorry. You mean Miss Elizabeth? Because the girl looking old.
But honestly, they should have shoehorned her into the world title picture instead of the TBS title. I'm happy this is a good stop because her and Willow do have storyline, but I would have much rather her been given the title shot for the world championship instead of TBS title.
Again, like you said, there's so many belts there. I can't even keep up anymore. I don't even know what these belts mean because everybody got one.
Yeah, I mean, and you really can't get mad at Mercedes for it.
It's not about Mercedes.
I'm saying for being given a title shot or a title opportunity for the TBS title. That title historically hasn't. You just give opportunities to it. Like there are people who Jade have wrestled on television for the title that had no business wrestling for a title. Those opportunities for that particular title are just given out. So why not give it to Mercedes? The opportunities are already been given out. It doesn't make any difference that it's Mercedes.
Again, I just felt like the storyline ran too long for her not wrestling at all. And then when the match came, it was, to me, it was a decent match, but it was lackluster. Like, it literally, I'm pretty sure it was the same match that I seen a year ago when they were fighting in New Japan, and I watched it live. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it was still good to me.
It wasn't a bad match. I'm not saying that, but the
It was
ending
still,
after the match was over was the best part because I felt like it was gonna happen. I've been
mm-hmm.
waiting for her to turn, what's her face to turn on Willow. Now that storyline's gonna eat. I feel.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's
Um,
going to be a triple. It's going to be a triple header storyline.
That'd be great.
no, I feel like I don't know. And then I don't. I know you said last week that they're giving women opportunities and all this other stuff, but some of the women that are getting opportunities, like, what are they really doing there? Like Paige, she wanted to wrestle so bad, and she's getting to wrestle now. But what are you really doing?
Paige never been one of my girlies to begin with, so I'm gonna let y'all have that one.
I just don't. Her face is eating though. The work
Face
she
is
had
eating
done, when
every
the
time.
work she had done, I don't. Y'all need to go to her doctor
To be honest,
because he did what he needed to do.
and
She
that's the
do not
truth.
look the same.
She's eating. She's eating
Mm-hmm.
visually. I think I've never been one to just really clamor for a Paige or Saraya match. I don't know. So I was never that excited to
That's
see
another
her.
that right there. That match right there is already written. Paige versus Mercedes,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
God,
but I just don't know if her neck can hold up to anything.
baby, Mercedes is hitting harder this time around.
Yes, I don't know if her neck can actually hold up to.
That little piece of sewing thread that got her neck held tight is. We don't need to.
Yeah,
We don't need to test
yeah,
those waters.
yeah.
We don't need to do that.
So what was your match of the night for AEW? Oh, wait, did you give your match of the night for WWE?
I think I was gonna give it to Nia versus Valkyria just because of. Well, first of all, the match was good. The match was a good David and Goliath type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay,
love
so
how.
I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you: do you believe, because it was David and Goliath, do you believe that match, David and Goliath, was better than Mercedes and Willow's Day and David and Goliath? Because similar.
Oh,
And shout out to whoever did Willow's hair.
yeah, Willow's hair is
Honestly,
nice.
It was eaten. She looked good.
What
I
kind of?
ain't
she
gonna hold
looked
you.
good.
She looked
She
Go ahead,
good.
looked
Donnie. I need to
good.
think of my double or nothing match of the night because that Jericho match just ruined it, clouded everything for me.
So I actually fell asleep. I didn't even see the match.
I fell asleep on most of it.
I like literally. I seen them walk to the ring, and next thing I know, it was already the match for Dean Ambrose. I was like, what happened to the last match? Who won?
Oh God, man, that it was bad.
I don't know. I don't know if Oh no, that's a good question, Terrell. That's a good question. I think I might would go Nia and Lyra
Mm-hmm.
out of the two, just because of what it meant for Lyra.
Yeah, I think that so I don't think that Mercedes and Willow are a good matchup. Their styles don't mesh well because um what's her name? Mercedes is a very a big counter wrestler. Um but I don't know. I just don't. I've seen Mercedes have such amazing matches with so many different women, no matter what the size is. And the both of their matches that I've seen, I was just like,
I do feel like they have enough room in the tank for one more. I just don't know what that match would be.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to see it.
I would like to see it. I think I would like to see it. We might get a triple threat on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
probably
fine
going.
with that.
So I think it can make things a little more interesting. I just need my good sister to change her finisher. I need her to change her finisher.
You don't like her finisher?
I've only seen
I
it work. I like the finisher, but I've only seen it work maybe twice, maybe once. where it actually looked good.
Like she hit it on Stephanie Valkyria. It looked okay.
Mm-hmm.
She hit it on a couple of those girls on Azumi. It looked good on Azumi. But for her big opponents like Willow, it's not gonna work.
No.
At all. She needs to just do a different move for them.
Yeah, she needs one that you can hit on everybody.
I think she can maybe create another one and then just use both of them. But
That's
use
essentially what
the
Donnie was
second
saying.
one for the bigger people.
That's essentially what Donnie was saying.
No, he was like possibly create a whole new one, but that's no, don't do that.
And what did you just say?
I just said that she can use both.
But she only has one, so what are you talking about?
Which I'm saying, like, you know, use the current one for small people, and then people like,
And then use a new one for bigger people?
yeah, so she don't have to
So then
delete one of
essentially
them.
exactly what Donnie just said.
He was like, just delete the other one.
He didn't say that. He said it works for the little girls, but for her bigger opponents, it's not going to work.
Well,
But I would also vote to delete. I would also
Now
vote to
he's
delete.
saying, I like the move when it works. I think the issue more so, I think, is that she's short, and I think that there's not enough, like, she's too close to the ground, so her trying to do the maneuver, it's only going to work with women that are her height or a little bit shorter.
Yeah, because she can't do it with like a Jamie Hayter. Or we saw it. What was it on? That was Collision or Rampage. I can't remember when she tried to get Chris Statlander up in it, and it didn't quite. Because it's like Chris Statlander, all you gotta do is stand up, girl.
Right.
Just don't look at it.
So it's like I've been a huge proponent. I would love to see her do the Vaseko knee that Daniel Bryan uses.
You know this fucking knee thing. He's been saying that for weeks.
Because I see it. I see it. She needs. It's literally like she could use that on anybody.
She can't use that because she can't use that because Daniel Bryan is using that currently, and they're on the same promotion. It's not gonna work.
No, Tony Storm uses a power driver, and
it's a power driver though. It's different. Everybody uses a power driver.
Not as a finisher, they don't.
But everybody uses a power driver, and hers ain't even that good. If we really want to talk about it,
it's not that good. But she uses hers as a finisher, and the guy I forgot, his name just slipped my mind. He uses it as a finisher too on AEW. Fuck. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back to you because I was watching it last night and I was like,
so clearly he doesn't mean anything.
A lot of them don't.
Which leads me to my next point.
Okay.
Some of those matches should have not even been on the card.
It should have been.
You okay, CT?
I'm fine. What's up? I'm fine.
Oh.
You heard something?
I feel like.
Okay, right. Let me go get my charger, y'all.
I feel like you think that he would have got his charger before we started?
No.
You would have thought.
You would have thought that, but no, he just forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hope this does
agree.
not. I hope it doesn't. If his camera cuts off right now, this whole recording doesn't matter.
and I have
so
that damn lighting for nothing. The last hour.
Yeah, we have the lighting so we can see you. Are you getting hot?
No, I ain't getting hot. I got two fans on here. Fine.
But a lot of those matches shouldn't have been on the card. The second, what was it? What match was it? The trios match could have been on Dynamite. The match with Orange Cassidy could have been on Dynamite.
The Jericho match.
The one with Jericho could have been on Dynamite. So that's how many matches were there?
I think there were about like.
Because that would have saved us an hour and a half. Just those 3 matches we named would have saved us an hour and a half.
Let's see. Let me look at the entire match card for you. I have it here because I saved it somewhere. 2024.
So I was saying, Donnie, that that the match with the trios match with Pac or Pac, wherever he pronounces his
Could have been
name,
cut.
it could have been on Dynamite. The one with Jericho could have been on Dynamite. The Orange Cassidy match could have been on Dynamite. That last match that they had should never even been happening. They should have ended the night with Strickland, because what was that last match? What even was that?
A hot ass mess.
It was so all over the place. It didn't. And then what's his face lit him on fire. I'm like, what is going on here?
And I just want to know who keep giving this man dangerous weaponry.
I don't know, because it could have went bad. Like you never know.
His luck has been terrible. It could have gone so badly for him.
There were 13
matches why are we giving
on this card,
and that's too much.
How many?
13.
Okay, so
list them all.
3.
List them all.
We need to
CT.
have some more.
List them all from the top.
Okay, y'all ready to hear this right here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in no particular order, because I got this from Twitter. Okay, so or X, whatever you like to call it these days. There we go. Y'all ready? Okay, so match number 1 of 13. I'm scrolling up. I'm bad. Team AEW: Bryan Danielson, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, and Darby Allin versus the Anarchy in the Arena match. That weird match. That was 1.
I gave that match a 2 out of 5, and it could have been cut. Next,
Chop.
Swerve versus Christian Cage.
That was one of the best matches of the night.
Should have went on last.
Willow versus Mercedes Moné.
That was a decent match. We gotta keep it.
Adam
It was in the right
Copeland
spot.
versus Malachi Black.
It wasn't a bad match, but what are they really doing?
Breaking knees.
Yeah, like what are they really
because
doing?
the way Edge jumped down off the top of that thing, and landed on his feet. Actually, I'm sorry. Chop it. Next.
I wouldn't have chopped the match. I felt like it served some type of purpose. I just don't know what the purpose is.
It would have been great on Collision.
Yeah, just saying.
That would have been a good match on Collision, though.
Absolutely.
Next,
Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita it was a IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Jon Moxley, but the match should have stayed.
Yeah.
Okay.
FTW I love the match. It was a good match.
Y'all know Jericho Hook and that
Chop.
Next. Chop.
Orange Cassidy versus Trent Burrito.
Chop.
Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb or Deb. I'm not saying that.
It's Deebs, I think.
Deeb.
I wouldn't chop it though. The match wasn't bad. And they needed another women's match, so it was fine to stay. It should have actually been the first match.
AEW Trios Championship match.
Chop.
Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay.
My match of the night.
Yes, and that was good. It shouldn't have been first.
Shouldn't have been first at all. Should have been towards the end.
Because the match that came after it, like you have to come after that.
Yeah,
that
was the pacing was very bad in this show.
Oh, the pacing was terrible.
That's not 13 matches, is that?
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. We're still.
Oh, the other ones were
the Acclaimed.
Weren't the other ones?
That
was on the pre-show.
Billy Gunn versus Cage of Agony, and then we had Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Perez, and then the Elite. Oh, hold on, never mind. That was
all those were on the pre-show.
No,
Deonna was the Deonna Rosa.
No, the Acclaim one was on the pre-show as well, because the first match of the night was actually the Will Ospreay match.
Yeah. Those were the 2 pre-show matches. That's it.
You named 3 matches though, didn't you?
No, I think he was still going on them because they're not in particular order.
So that's 13.
Yeah, I counted 13. Yeah, or 10, 12. I don't know. Around there, 10.
Count them right now.
Hold on, I'm going to go back up. Go back up again. Hold on. So y'all start counting. Okay. Team AEW, the Anarchy in the Arena.
Or you could just count when you see it.
Okay, so that's 1. Then we had Swerve and Christian. That's 2. Then Willow and Mercedes. TNT belt. Edge, Adam, Old Man. Jon Moxley. Yeah, that match. Jericho the mid match, that's 6. Orange Cassidy and Trent 7. Tony and Serena 8. Unified AEW Trios Championship match, that's 9. Roderick and Will, that's 10. And
So 10 on the main show.
10 on the
And
main
then the
show.
other was
The other
and it
two
was
were
2 or 3 on the so
because
12 matches.
Acclaimed and
That's
That's Cage of
crazy.
Agony was pre-show, and then
I
Thunder
didn't
Rosa
see
and
any of the
Deanna
pre-show
was pre-show,
matches.
right?
Yeah. I didn't watch any of the
And
pre-show matches.
That was a good match.
So I'm
I would
sorry.
have rather seen that than seen Tony Storm and Serena Deebs.
Apologies, people. Not 13 matches. It was actually 12 matches total.
Yeah, but same thing, tomato type of shit.
Same thing. Too many of them.
When
Yeah.
you can still cut half of your card,
Yeah, it's a problem.
it's the same.
It's a problem. And where was the storytelling?
Oh, they don't have storytelling. That's the problem. Mercedes be trying to give them some storytelling, but the rest of them don't know how to do it.
They don't know how to do it. And she's giving y'all a formula.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this Nick Wayne and Swerve is kind of giving it to me, but I need them to give me just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that's because he was taught storytelling.
That's true.
At the other place.
That's true.
Edge is trying to do it for us too, but we just don't care about the story.
Or
don't care
the teller.
At all. He can't tell it no more. He needs to go home.
So who's you guys' double or nothing match of the nights?
Will.
Yeah,
I was gonna give it to Mercedes
like
and the other chick Willow, but
definitely not the other chick is crazy. But
I liked Willow. I mean not Willow. I mean Will and that boy. I like that match. That was good.
I would have never given that Mercedes match of the night. I like the Strickland match, but I felt like it was a little too long.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it should have been
like they were trying to overcompensate for him not being booked as a champion.
Yeah, and then like when we were talking about Strickland, I was like, oh, I remember he was wrestling, but I forgot who he was wrestling. Then it dawned on me he was Christian. And then that last match, I was like, when there's like our triple main event, I said it was already 8:00 here, so I'm like, Dan, it's 10:00 over there, and we still got a good 2 hours. That's crazy.
And to me, I feel like Tony Khan has an inability to make good pay-per-view choices because he just wants to fit all of his toys in one box. You can't fit all your toys in that one box. You need another box. Put some of your toys in. Why do you have 13 matches on a pay-per-view?
Yeah, and I think that the biggest problem I felt like with the matches is that any of these matches could have been on Dynamite, and I wouldn't have thought anything different because these are the level of matches that you give us every week, anyways. And I think they need to go away with these trios titles. I think that's the dumbest fucking thing because it's not working. The only reason why you have so many damn trio titles is because you have, again, so many toys and you want them all to be seen.
Keep the trios titles on Ring of Honor. Have that a Ring of Honor exclusive.
Who watches Ring of Honor?
Nobody.
But the thing I think he's trying to make is if you have the trios championships on Ring of Honor exclusively, only on Ring of Honor pay-per-views as well, then people will probably be more inclined to tune in to Ring of Honor.
We're not turning into Ring of Honor to see them trios titles.
But there's a fan base for the trios championships, though.
There is. Do
you guys watch Ring of Honor at all?
I used to.
Donnie.
Tony Khan's Ring of Honor? Hell no, I don't watch Ring of Honor. No, indeed, no.
I will say I think the best women's champion that they have is Athena.
By far.
But
yeah.
But nobody gets to see her because she's on Ring of Honor.
I'm sorry. Tony Khan's Ring of Honor is absolute hot garbage. I don't watch that show.
And quiet as it kept, Athena should have actually been the one to dethrone Jade Cargill, but
thank you.
No, she really should have got that in the midst of all that interim women's championship mess that they had going on between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm. She should have been the one that got that title belt.
Yeah.
Boom. Arguably, we should have been seeing last night. Should have been Athena and Mercedes, and not Mercedes and Willow.
Now that would have been a good match.
And that's the match I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on the 1-on-1 with them.
That would have been that
but
match.
She needs to get away from
match.
Ring of Honor. It's not working. Sorry.
And really, honestly, if we want to talk about it, AEW right now with the women roster that they have, they can really have their big six or seven. If you count Mercedes, Athena, Toni, Jamie Hayter when she comes back, Willow, Chris Statlander, and who else? I mean, obviously Britt Baker is somewhere floating around. Do you still have Deonna and Thunder? They have a stacked women's roster they could really do some damage with.
Exactly.
I haven't really seen too many Britt Baker's matches. I like her as a person.
You're not missing much.
But yeah, the matches that I've seen, she botches a lot.
Yeah.
She's good as a dentist, but that's it.
Her character work, though, I like her character work. I think
she should just stay in people's teeth and not in the ring.
I think she has. Oh, that was shady. I think she has a purpose because she's an AEW original. You're not going to see that many women that can tout that flag. You know, she's the only one that could really do that, and it actually means something. So you need somebody like Britt Baker in AEW because she's AEW sweetheart.
Yeah, she has a role. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a role. It's just that she just needs to get something significant. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for a long time, it looked like she was turning into Charlotte Flair.
Clearly, AEW has the best roster in the world, but it doesn't feel like that. That's the sad part. They have one of the most talented rosters we've ever seen.
Because they have so many freaking people. Like,
it's too many.
Yeah, like you forget, and then they be having like these random ass matches. So you have someone that's so good with someone that sucks. That why would you even pair them up together? Because we already know who's gonna win this match,
right?
And then they want to have a good match, so they dumb down their talent to match with this person that can't really wrestle. So it's just not believable.
They're having the problems that WWE had in 2018.
And then they want to just throw more stuff at us, so they give us random ass matches with people from New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah,
I don't think it's nothing. I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. I just think you still need to do what you need to do still.
It wouldn't be a problem if they didn't have so many of their own main people on. You know what I'm saying? Like if they had a roster the size of TNA and then they brought in New Japan wrestlers, it would be more hype to what they're doing. Yeah. But
you got 50 trillion niggas on your team and you barely can find time for these ones that you got. So.
And then I love Kyle Fletcher. I think he's amazing. I love Kyle Fletcher. But does he even wrestle on his own brand?
What's his own brand?
Ring of Honor. Ain't he the champ still over there? Or did he lose that belt?
I have no idea because I don't watch that show. So
Me either. I've only been seeing him on AEW, so I couldn't answer that. My point
exactly. When he fought Will Ospreay, he was the champ on Ring of Honor. And he ain't left AEW since. So,
it's just that they have.
Does he still have that title?
All these shows, and they still can't properly utilize talent. Because the reason why is Mr. Tony Khan does not want to give anybody any leverage in creative. Or have a creative team.
Tony Khan doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Tony Khan want to be in competition where he can't compete.
Mm-hmm.
They never did.
Rolling on. And why did they even bring him out there if they wasn't going to do nothing with him?
That boy rolling on a river, ain't it?
Tumbling. That big little tumble.
Yeah. That was
top, drop, and roll. That's exactly what he did. The river. That's what he was.
That show was, baby, Tony was rolling. I said, go ahead then, Tony.
Please, I need somebody to edit the theme song of the video. Put that song on it and just watch it. It's accurate. He was rolling. Mm-hmm.
But Tony, get this man off my TV.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, get this man off my TV. And I also feel like he doesn't set standards for each of his shows. He wants all of his ratings to be a Dynamite rating, which is not going to be. I feel like
How is his pay per
Rampage
views
should have
doing?
his set.
I wonder how his pay per views are doing. I mean, because we buy them.
Yeah.
When I
But
say
they're not
we, I don't
getting that
mean
many
y'all. I'm just saying.
buys. They're like maybe 50 to 100,000,
I would think
150,000
that by
buys.
now he would have some type of deal with the TBS or TNT where they stream like we have with the Peacock to have these pay per views live on their app.
But TBS and TNT too scared to invest in AEW like that per reports. They still have not gotten a TV deal yet, and it's almost coming up
How are they
this year,
not
by the
gotten a
way.
TV deal if they're on TV?
But I mean, their contract is coming up for their current TV deal. They haven't re-signed a new one with them yet
Oh, for
Mm.
which one? TBS or TNT or both?
for Dynamite, I believe. That the Dynamite one's coming up, I
What is
believe,
that on?
or it's both of them. I think
TBS?
the contract is the
TNT?
same.
I don't even know what they come on no more.
Is Dynamite on TBS?
Or is that TNT? I think it's
Dynamite.
TBS.
It's TBS. Dynamite's on TBS, but it's under the same company though. But yeah,
Because the TBS title and the TNT title be on the same show sometimes. So,
they do. They do. It's weird.
and you named the fucking title after a channel. Be fucking for real. I can
And then
never
if
take you
and then
seriously.
that would be really odd if they are not with them anymore. Because
That's
what do you
what
do with a
I'm
title?
saying. So why would you name a championship after a network that you might not be on by the end of the year?
Well,
There's
I
a
mean, the
possibility
title's
that they
been there
might
for a
not
minute
resign.
though. Imagine. Then you just gotta get. Then what's Mercedes gonna do with that belt? They're gonna have to rename it or throw it
They're
away.
gonna they're gonna have
Or
to make it
merge
the
it.
eight or merge it
Because
with
I think they
something.
might end up
They
merging the.
don't. No, I think they need to have two women belts though.
They do
Yeah,
need.
but you can't have one named after a channel. You should have been
No,
smarter than that.
well, he's not.
He's not.
He thinks that he has all the money in the world that he can just put money on his problems and they just go away.
He
Not
gonna
how the real world
pretty soon
works.
need to cut some of these people. He paying them all these new wrestlers so much money that
I know he leveraging. Because the big three by themselves cost him a nice penny.
mm-hmm,
Mercedes, Kazuchika, and Will Ospreay. That was a
mm-hmm.
nice penny.
I definitely think that he's putting some of his football money into this company. 100%. He has
Gotta
to.
be.
No way that it's just his money.
He needs to cut some of these people. He needs to pressure wash this motherfucker.
That's probably one of
And clean this bitch up a little.
one of the coldest lines we've had all year. Wow.
He
Oh no,
really needs us.
that's a housewife line. We love that. Oh no, Married to Medicine. Nah.
Yes, Mary Marison. He really needs us.
To be honest.
Just
What
saying,
does Tony call me?
Tony, I'm always available. I could do it via Zoom. You don't even gotta put me in the office.
Tony, I would just like to let you know I have a bachelor's degree in sociology. So if you want me to be a part of your DEI, creativity, diversity and inclusion initiatives when it comes to your superstars, let me know.
I work in STEM, Tony, so I have a great thing with technology. And I'm a writer. So, you can always just come on down. And Terrell writes books. I mean, he
I'm an
gets it.
author,
He's an author,
certified
a
life coach,
legit author too, that has books
published author,
published. So you got your people right here.
and a certified life coach. And clearly, by the looks of your backstage and the shit that be going on back there, y'all need somebody to talk to y'all.
Yes, because some of them people need therapy.
Y'all need human resources.
They don't have a
Mm-hmm.
human resources neither. They need to hire some people.
They don't have a human resources.
It looked like they don't.
No, the streets say they don't have no human resources
They don't. WWE has one. They don't.
because they're
But
not
what is
centralized.
They're
pause?
not.
But what is WWE's human resources actually really doing for them, anyways? Though all the shit
I,
that Vince McMahon was doing,
I was about to say outside of covering up for Vince McMahon, I don't know what else they were doing.
Not.
because they didn't
Well,
speak to Tiffany. Because we still ain't got an apology.
well, I mean, I heard that the checks was checking, so they ain't do nothing. That's why.
You know, human resources sound like a good job in WWE. Get paid for not doing what you're supposed to do.
Doing nothing. You get a nice fat check. Then if something happens, you get paid more.
Hit me up, WWE.
Either one of the companies, I'm here for it.
Hey,
I would like to
won.
get paid for not doing my job.
Ah man, because I would love an extra salary. That'd be great.
And I don't believe that people should be getting fired When I say that, I mean I don't think anybody should lose their dream job or lose how they feed their family. However, comma,
Comma.
all these AEW people need to be cut.
I mean, there's
And
got to
then
be a good way to do it.
I already knew that Tony Khan don't know what the fuck he's doing when he had all these handshake deals with these people. How do you
It
have a
ain't even legit.
handshake deal?
No legit contracts for some of them.
Well, that used to be a industry standard, so maybe he was
Yeah,
kind of.
not now though.
No,
It's
definitely not now.
2024. You can't have handshake things like that. You need it in writing, on paper, bro, or on the computer, or email. Can't do that these days. That's terrible business.
But they all been working for him, so must be
I
some level of
mean,
trust there.
if
I
something
feel like
happen
the
though,
people
you can
like
lose them people like that.
Tony Khan. I feel like they like him. I don't think that he's probably not a bad boss in a sense,
No,
but
I
it's
think
like
he's a great businessman. He's a billionaire.
he's
You say
clearly
he's
not a
an
great
idiot.
businessman. He's not a great businessman because
Money wise,
he's
he is, but
Can't
no
be.
money wise he's
Can't
not.
be.
There's no way he can be. All these people that he's giving money to that ain't fucking doing anything.
he
He
pays
needs to
his
cut a lot of
people
people.
well. That's all. That's what I'll say.
That just because he pays his people well does not mean that he's a good money man.
Because I'm gonna let you know something. In this world of capitalism, anytime the top of your organization are making X amount of money, somebody at the bottom has to be picking up the slack and not getting paid as much or getting cut.
Yeah, I need to
He's
see these
gonna
books.
he's gonna run into a budget issue very
And that's
soon.
exactly what happened with WCW.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They got all these heavy hitters that were at the time really their prime was over, but they had big names like Hulk Hogan, the Macho Mans, and all these
Mm-hmm.
people, whatever, that they were paying them so much money that they had no. Vince McMahon was able to buy them out because they couldn't afford to cut. What's the term? Hit the bottom line or whatever.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because I
and
believe they
this
were
is
owned by
what's
what?
gonna
They were owned
happen.
by Warner or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Time Warner
Yeah,
owned them, and they just couldn't fund them anymore. Even though
and
Time Warner
and
made a lot of money, they were
it just
very
wasn't.
popular. They were TV.
It's just
They're on
like with
TV.
it's with any company. Like we make X amount of dollars, but we have to,
You still got to break even at some point
exactly. And they weren't breaking even; they were actually overspending.
because they
Yeah,
got
for
motherfucking Hulk
example,
Hogan eating up their whole bank account.
for like I could give
Mm.
y'all an example. This is like a gaming example. I'll just say like EA Sports. Like for example, they made one
I like
point
how
two
you said it
billion
like it was
dollars.
like if the game just turned on.
Yeah.
It's in the
They,
game.
they Yeah, it's in the game. They made $1 billion last year, but that's only one division. That's not the entire company. The entire company didn't make $1 billion. So Tony Khan could make billions from his football team, but that doesn't mean AEW is making that same amount of money.
What
He's
football
still
team does
losing
he
money.
have?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars.
He owns them. Him and his
What are they
daddy.
doing though?
They're doing nothing on the field though. Suck.
So how
But
much money are they making?
I don't know. The NFL is profitable, so I don't know how much money they make.
Yeah,
Whose
he's gonna
favorite
have
team
to
is
do
the
some cuts.
Jaguars? I ain't ever heard somebody say, "Oh, my favorite team is the Jaguars."
People in Florida. That's people you heard that say that. They're not
I
national.
mean,
They're a nationally known team or a
leave
conference.
it to Florida.
Yeah. Anything else you got for us, Donnie?
He didn't have anything for us this time at all.
Yeah, we were just talking about the pay-per-views today.
Okay.
So they're back, both lackluster.
Yeah.
Very much so, both lackluster. This could have been a list episode. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. They were just there. I feel bad for people that paid $50 to watch this show.
Yeah,
I paid $50. Shut up.
Oh, Terrell, I
I
feel
really
bad
only
for you.
paid for Mercedes though. I'm not gonna hold you.
to be honest,
I
I
don't
seen her
know if you
last
got your
match,
money's worth.
and I didn't. I seen her last match live, and watched her first match on pay per view. And I actually could have went because it was just in Vegas. Um, But AEW pay-per-views are. Have you guys ever been to one?
I've only been to a show.
They're actually
I've
really expensive. They're more expensive than
the WWE ones.
WWE's.
I will never go. I do not want to expose my
Their
nose to
house
that type of
shows,
foolishness.
their like house shows or their weekly paper or weekly tapings are more expensive than WWE's pay-per-views.
They
At
are.
I
least
can
out
see
here in
it.
California.
I can see it.
So
AEW New Orleans, I believe we paid $782 for 3 seats, and this was in New Orleans.
$782?
For our seats.
$100?
Oh, it was $782 total, so we had to split that by 3 people.
$782. You wasn't even have a job back then. So what was the third person?
That's refund check money. That's why I was able to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Refund checks came in. That's why I was able to go.
That's about 200 and something. Where were you sitting at?
260?
Where were you sitting at?
So I spent $260. It was almost close to the ramp. That's probably why. But
that's about how much it.
Yeah, it was $260 a pop. $782 total.
So what, you guys use Game Time?
I do not use Game Time.
Because I'm gonna tell you a trick or whatever.
Okay.
Concerts, wrestling events, the day of. Buy your ticket on Game Time the day of the event. They're so cheap. So when I went to go TNA, I wanted to go to. I'm not TNA. When I went to go to what was it? NXT. I forget what pay-per-view it was. It was the one where Trick won the belt.
Brooklyn?
The first belt. No. Because I didn't go to fucking Brooklyn.
Oh,
Donnie.
I say
My bad, y'all. I'm so tired. I'm sleepy.
When he beat
Terrell flew halfway across the country.
Right. When he beat
Stand and deliver. That's what I meant to say.
There you go. Delivering. Yeah, there we go.
No, not this past one, but the one that he beat what's his name? Dominique Mysterio for back in I think it was like September, October.
North American title.
Yes. Okay. So that was in Bakersfield, which is like 2 hours away from me. I wanted to go because it was just in Bakersfield, so I wanted to go. So I bought really, really cheap tickets for like $20-something in the nosebleeds. So when I got there, I want the closer to the time to the pay-per-view, the remaining seats that they have left open are cheaper. So I wasn't front row, but I was like really close. And I spent an extra $50 per ticket, and I was really, really close. Beyonce tickets were really expensive. I was gonna go the day of. They had front row tickets for only $100 if you buy them day of Game Time.
Woo!
So download the Game Time app. And literally the day of, if you want, you're just like, oh, I want to go to the show or whatever. The day of, the tickets will be cheap, and you'll be closer than what.
I'm at to make sure it's the right
people
app.
people were buying tickets or whatever, and they spent all this money and they're sitting in the nosebleeds, and I spent way less, and I'm sitting down here because they're just trying to get the last minute tickets gone.
You say
download the Game Time app if anybody's listening to this. This is a plug, and I'm not getting paid for this, but yeah.
I was say, is this a commercial?
Right. Download the Game Time app.
Game Time last minute tickets.
We need a check now.
Endorsement.
You can endorse the Against the Rose podcast.
Right?
Lovely.
Click this link.
Click this link
if
down
you
below.
Like the sponsor.
No, for real.
Against the Ropes.
But yeah, so tonight I heard that they said Triple H is gonna say something about the Randy Orton and Gunther match. They just need to leave it alone.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at it.
The reason why Randy Orton should that him and Cody Rhodes should main event SummerSlam anyways. Quiet as it's kept,
but it also kind of reinforces Randy's kind of role in it because we all know Gunther is gonna choose Randy Orton.
Oh yeah.
And so that's already set storyline. I mean, not Randy Orton. Sorry, Cody Rhodes. We all know he's gonna choose Cody Rhodes.
He can't.
He can't?
No, when Triple H announced it, he said that whoever wins, they will have the world title on their respective brands.
So Gunther's gonna fight the winner of Damian and
Thingy.
And
Drew. Oh, that's
Yes, exactly. So Cody and Orton can fight at SummerSlam regardless of the fact. Like, it doesn't need.
It didn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what's going to happen is Randy's going to get an opportunity to probably fight Cody, but you're going to have to find a story to get there for SummerSlam.
The
I don't feel
story's
like he
already
really needs a
there.
story. Yeah, I don't feel like he needs a story.
Well, I mean, like, to get the shot. Like, he needs to become number one
He
contender and
literally
stuff.
can just say, I would have won that match. My shoulders weren't down. Like, Cody, I want to fight you. And Cody's going to be like, okay, I'm down for the fight.
Or
Like,
he could literally just say, I made it the furthest out of anybody on this brand.
yes.
What? Oh, yeah. There's your story.
He technically should be number one contender.
Or all he's got to say, who else going to fight him?
Right.
That's
Who else is there?
Or he'd say, nigga, you used to work for me. Don't forget where you come from. You used to work for me.
You was in Legacy, boy.
I made that group.
I did that. It was my legacy, not yours.
If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be here. You'd be in jail with your old tag team partner. Evading taxes.
Who's his old tag? Oh, never mind. He has so much potential too.
Not taxes. You ain't pay your taxes, brother.
He has so much potential.
He did have potential. He did.
He just didn't want to wrestle no more.
He had a good theme song too.
He didn't want to do a lot of things he was supposed to do. Maybe if he would have kept wrestling, he would have had some money to pay some of those back taxes, and he wouldn't be in the position that he's in.
Yeah, like you didn't even get fired. Really, you didn't want to wrestle no more.
You just quit.
Crazy.
Yeah,
you
quit and went in debt on your own.
And in jail. Sad.
And in jail. Yikes. While Cody, the shade writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
He finally finished his story.
And when is So when is this? What is it? White 6 coming? Because and what brand?
I don't know.
I feel like they have to go on Raw.
They gotta go on Raw. SmackDown is too heavy.
Not for the men. It's not really. But because of the whole thing with the bloodline, it makes no sense for them to go over there.
Yeah,
so they need to go on Raw.
No time to develop if they go to SmackDown.
Raw is a big story.
And at this point, what is the bloodline really doing now?
Bringing in new members.
But to go against what? Like, they're not really doing that no more. Like,
I feel like they're gearing up for Bloodline Civil War 2.0.
They have to, because none of them are ready to fight Cody. Solo is not a main. No.
And I mean, Tama Tonga could probably go with Cody. They have history. But
yeah, but like, how they're using him right now, like, he's like, no.
No, he's just like a dog.
And is his brother even gonna fight? Or is he just gonna be there in a suit? Now, the suits people be wearing look good on him, though. I will say that.
They do. But he's kind of used to just being there.
Yeah. And I'm fine with it. I just want to know, like, what are we doing?
I don't even need to know. Where's Jacob?
And does Jacob need to go with them? Or does he need to help out Jay? Or
Jacob can't go with them. Because Solo is supposed to be where Jacob is. Currently. Jacob cannot go with them.
No.
Jacob is going to eat them up.
Yeah, Solo really should have I don't know. You said he gonna eat them up. He
is. He needs to be with the Usos because the Usos are not good on their own.
Ooh.
But
I didn't mean for that to come out like that. I promise I didn't. He needs to be with the Usos because
that's what I just did. When they drafted Jay to Raw, it made no sense to me. Because if they drafted him to SmackDown, they could have literally livened this whole thing up. But now that he's on Raw, like it just didn't make any sense that they did it that way.
I'm kind of happy they took him Raw because give him a break from this bloodline. I know, but I'm saying like
a break.
He had a break, but he still needed J time, and now I'm seeing J time isn't working. So put him back with his brother expeditiously.
But I tried to tell y'all that it wasn't working, and y'all was like, "No,"
because you didn't let it give no time. I didn't let it get some time and marinate it, and it's still not working. So
they say, "What's the thing? You got to see it before you see it." I seen it before I seen it.
I seen it before I seen it too, but I would have liked to been proven wrong.
Mm-hmm. Like at this point, he should have just had one of the belts, and they didn't give him nothing. And now he don't. Now at this point, it's.
I feel like it's still there. I just need more than a super kick to get to that opportunity. I just.
More than the super kick is funny.
Give me a chin lock. Give me wrist lock. Give me a hip toss. I don't know.
Nah, they ain't doing all that. That's
Give
too
me
much
more
work.
than a super tick and a uppercut. I can't. Mm-mm.
You said a super tick.
Did I say super tick? I meant to say super kick.
Yeah.
It might have been my gap. I don't know.
Oh God. What's the correct term for gap? There's actually a correct term for it.
What is it? Where do you decide?
I heard it not too long ago, and it's like it's not a disorder or anything like that, but there's a term for people that have gaps, and it's how your teeth or your gums are or something like that. But it's the thing I heard it the other day. I said, oh, this was Donnie has.
Let's ask Britt Baker.
Oh. She would know, or Heavenly.
Heavenly gonna get me right.
She always
right.
She always be touting that DMD, so she'll know.
Heavenly gonna give me that good old over yonder.
Yes. Do you watch Married to Medicine, CT?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got that reference very fast.
I didn't feel like you watched Married to Medicine. That's why.
I'm watching CT. I don't feel like he watches it.
Name two people off of Married to
Your favorite person on Married to Medicine, CT.
Why y'all put me on blast?
He's lying.
Like this.
He is a lie.
Miss Quad. Yes, she got it.
She got it.
I wish Mariah would come back.
The truth ain't in the bitch.
No, it ain't. I can't stand his tacky Toya, treacherous teeth.
I haven't seen the show in.
To watch this motherfucker.
Now, the reference that y'all said, I caught the reference, but I haven't seen the show in like a few years. It's been about like a couple of years.
You said you wasn't gonna lie on this podcast.
That's not a lie. I haven't seen the show in a few years.
But you remember that reference?
Yes, because it was a good ass reference. That's why I remembered it.
Where was it at then? Where was the reference? Where did they say it at?
Oh, sorry, I got to remember my blankers.
But you remember the reference.
So you should remember my thinking cap. It was a few years ago, Terrell. Y'all act like I can remember things like that.
You remember WrestleMania 34?
Exactly. That was 2016.
That was damn near
18.
It was 8 years ago. Okay, so that's a long time to remember something.
Mm.
I'm gonna get back to you on that one.
He said he gonna call us back.
Great reference though.
Is diastema is a medical term for a gap.
There you go.
Diastema.
Diastema or diastema.
Well, that's what you got.
I know. I'm gonna have a few
well, that's what you got
that I can call for medical terms in the future when they.
Well, you don't need to. We just said it.
Well, I'm just talking about in general.
What kind of doctors?
Well, doctors that deal with when you need medicine, therapy doctors, mental health doctors, those doctors.
So psychiatrists?
Yeah, my mutual people that I know, they're gonna be very smart people in the future. So that'll be great. Why did it get quiet? Y'all is funny. It's hilarious.
Because I was like, "Where's you going with this?"
I was trying to hang on, CT. I was
just saying.
What was you saying?
You made a comment about the medical terms, and I was like, yeah, I'll have people that I can call on if I need to know a term or something that's in the medical field. That was the comment I was making. That's all it was. It wasn't nothing deep. But yeah. Goodbye. Anyway.
But like we were talking about dentists, and you don't know any dentists.
Yeah, I don't. My sister was a.
We were talking about dentists. He was talking about the psychiatrist.
Yes, he said in the medical field.
In the medical field,
give you medicine. And then I said, "What type of doctors?" You name psychiatrists.
I
to never need that type of doctor.
Well, me neither. I don't need to. That's one doctor I don't want to see.
Right?
Yeah.
I ain't
Danny,
seen mine in a long
Danny,
time.
are you all dressed up today? You got like a little
You have a
1970s
psychiatrist or a
look.
psychologist? Those are two different things.
Yeah, psychiatrists prescribe medicine.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah, but what do you?
psychologist. I mean,
I'm
psychologist.
not getting in your business right now. I'm sorry. Let me not do this on camera.
Oh, do I have one? No, I don't have one.
Because I mean, like, people go to psychiatrists for like depression and stuff like that. That's completely fine. That's not what I was talking about when I said I hope to never need one.
No.
I was talking about like schizophrenia and shit. Like,
Oh hell, no, I don't got that. No, I'm good.
well, I don't think you do, but you're only 21, so you may not find out until you. Don't say you don't got it yet, because you might have it, and you just don't know you have it, and you'll find out by 25 if you actually got it or not.
Because it could also be hereditary.
Does anybody in your family got it?
No. Okay. That's one thing
My
I don't
sperm
know.
donor does.
Your sperm donor does?
Ooh.
How old are you, though?
I'm 25.
Oh, well, if it ain't showing up, you ain't having it, so you fine.
No, so that we're gonna knock on wood.
We don't. Yeah, we're gonna.
His didn't start like developing until like 40.
So that's not.
But I feel like it was drug induced. I feel like his is drug induced though. But we do have a history of mental illnesses and disorders.
Yeah, I was like, that's not how this works. Usually with people that have like they show signs before the age of 25. So if you don't show any signs by the age of 25, the chances are you having it. You probably don't. And if you didn't notice it by the age of 25, that means that you just didn't notice it. It doesn't mean that it wasn't there.
Yeah, so we're gonna hope that it's not there.
I feel like you're pretty normal though.
I don't know anybody in my family.
Yeah, whatever that means.
I know people that have
normal?
High blood pressure, diabetes.
So you gonna have the sugars.
You got sugar.
Stuff.
It's because of all them drinks that you be drinking.
Yep, all them damn ices.
See, I ain't gonna have that stuff. No, I'm watching my stuff. But that's a history.
In about 20 years, you're probably gonna be big as hell.
Mm-mm.
Don't make that face now.
Mm-mm.
Remember I said that when you get that pot belly.
Let me tell you something. I'm remember this podcast 20 years from now. I'm gonna tell you that ain't happening.
You lying again.
You don't even because how you gonna remember this? You can't even remember that reference that you lying about.
First of all, this gonna be on YouTube, right? And on Irish podcast.
Pause.
Is the reference not on YouTube?
So the reference that Donnie was talking about earlier, we said it was from Married to Medicine, which it was, and you said that you remember it. Who said what then, and who did they say it to?
I told y'all it was 8 years ago. I don't remember the exact specifics.
Who said it was 8 years ago?
I just got the reference.
No, WrestleMania 30, whatever that was 8 years ago.
8 years ago. We never said this.
I don't think
34 was actually 6 years ago.
Okay, well, anyways, regardless of the fact, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Married to Medicine and the reference that he used, that you said you remember.
Well, I told you I was gonna come back to that on that, but the thing that you just said, I'm gonna have this in my notes. Okay, I'm not gonna forget this.
So, I just want you to admit that you don't know the reference.
I heard it before in a meme. It was a meme.
Okay, so then you don't know the reference. You just remember seeing the clip.
Yeah, I seen the clip in the meme. It was good. It's a funny clip.
So a meme?
Yes.
Or a clip.
A meme. It was a meme. I seen it on YouTube. I was watching memes.
Probably a clip that somebody used as a meme. You know how you can chop a clip up and
it was hilarious, and I thought it was so funny.
Okay.
That is the truth.
Okay, so where were they at when they said this then?
All I remember from the meme, they were in a room, and it was just a bunch of crazy stuff happening. That's all I remember. That's it.
They were in a room?
They were in a room.
It's housewives. They're always in a room.
Living room, I don't know.
Or Married to Medicine.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyways, it was at the reunion, because you're not going to come back to us. It was at the reunion, and Dr. Heavenly said this about Mariah, because she was trying to defend Dr. Simone.
Dr. Simone's overbite.
Yes. And then Dr. Heavenly said something about her little chiclets or whatever to Mariah.
Well, yes. But yeah.
How do you have an over and an underbite though?
Over yonder.
Mariah.
Tell me when she said that. I love her.
I love me some Mariah.
Is Mariah a Scorpio?
I don't know what she is, but when she said, "I got the receipts, baby," she
Do
came
you
in
want the receipts, baby girl?
and the little
That,
strut that she did with her arms when she came back in,
that sounds like Scorpio
hilarious.
energy or something. She got some. She's on.
Mariah Hook. Oh, I love me some Mariah.
October 22nd. She's a Scorpio,
Oh,
guys.
you knew
Oh,
it.
I never heard of October Scorpios being that interesting. I heard they're not
She's
that good.
a hoot and a holler.
Is
So I wonder what we're gonna see today on like what are we really gonna see today on
on Raw.
yeah, like the next couple weeks. I mean, because we have the pay per view Clash at the Champ or Clash at the Castle, which no one really cares about. I'm assuming like I feel like
There really isn't an important pay-per-view
there's really no
until Money
there's
in the
really no
Bank.
there's really no storylines right now though.
Let's see. For Raw,
Like I
they're
can't think.
advertising Braun Strowman coming back tonight. He's facing JD McDonough.
Hold on, can I say something real quick before
Yeah.
the church let out of service?
Yeah.
Why in the hell did they put Bianca and Jade on the pre-show?
I think it was because it was a last minute announcement, so they need to put them somewhere.
That literally, I could not understand that. I
And the
literally
match
could
was
not
actually
understand.
decent.
The match was good. Probably one of the
Yeah.
better matches of the night. And then, what was I about to say about that? I don't forgot.
What other matches were there though that could have went on the pre-show besides that one though? But I'm just happy they gave women 3 matches.
To be honest, and nice size matches.
And maybe they wanted to bring more attention to the pre-show because that would have done it having them on there. Did you watch the pre-show?
Yeah, I watched the pre-show.
Why did you watch it?
I always watch the pre-shows. It'd be on YouTube.
Oh, I never watched the pre-shows.
Yeah, I always watch the
I watched
pre-shows
it
and the
Because
because they
usually they
said
don't
that
have
Bianca
they don't really have
and
matches
Jade
on the
was
pre-shows
wrestling.
that much anymore.
I like to hear all
what,
like the talking and stuff too. So
I don't want to hear none of them.
I like to see
Especially
Poppy
when it's early
feel.
like that. I need to be late.
I just don't understand because the tag titles feel like they feel good now. The tag titles feel good. They have a different air about them. But then you
That
stuck them on
is
the pre-show.
true. That is true. However, they really ain't got no opponents.
They don't have no opponents, and that's real. They're gonna have to go down to NXT.
But who do they got down there?
Oh my god!
Just Lash and Jakara. Unless they put Natalia and what's her face together. Like I said. But they don't really got
They
like they
don't
were
have
trying to
much.
put what's our good sis name that just got moved up? Oh, what's her name? She got moved up to Raw.
Lyra,
No. I said our good sis.
you all
Um
like Lyra?
when I mean
Wow.
sis, I mean she's black.
Mm.
Black people.
Um Kiana Kiana
Kiana
Kiana
James.
there you go. I was gonna say Kiana Lede, but
Lord have
singer,
mercy.
but
Jeez.
she was teaming up with that one girl, Easy Dane or whatever, and that was the tag team. They were decent. But then they split them up. Like that's one thing about WWE. They'll put a team together that we like. Okay, this could actually work, and then they just split them up, and then they put people together that don't work.
And
Like when
keep them
Randy Orton said
together.
he hurt my tag. When Randy Orton said he hurt my they took out my tag team partner Kevin Owens. I said tag team partner. Y'all did a couple matches together, tag team partner.
Kiana James and Tiffany might be a cute team, but are they
Yeah,
on
it's not
different
gonna
brands?
happen. They on different brands. I need you to follow us.
I'm following. Well, it don't be shit to follow sometimes. I'm sorry. Some of this shit be very
Yeah.
stale.
And
It
like, what are
be,
they gonna do with Bailey now? Like, yeah, she's fighting Nia, but that ain't until August.
they should have figured out what to do with Bailey the night Bailey won because Bailey been champion for 3 weeks now.
For how long
And
now?
they literally they let us hold off because they get like we'll let her fight Naomi because people love Naomi, so they're gonna love to see the match, and they were able to do that for a little while, knowing that they were just gonna keep the belt on Bailey, and then like we'll just have Tiffany, so then Naomi doesn't lose clean, and Bailey doesn't lose. We'll have Tiffany interrupt it, and then we'll have it be a roll up so it doesn't make Naomi look bad. But at the same time, what the fuck are y'all doing? Because
No idea what they're doing.
who else is there? Like, who else is really there? Like, now you got
No,
Bailey trying
nobody
to be
else
in a
right now.
feud with Papa Nivens and what's her face. So I guess that's what they probably gonna give us next, Piper Nivens versus, but then on SmackDown, if they give us that, then we have nothing for Naomi. We have nothing really for Jade and Bianca. I mean, because there's only so many times they can fight Candice LeRae and what's her face. Like there's what are we doing?
And it was looking promising for the women's division in WWE for a second. It was looking very promising, and I don't know how in this past month and a half, AEW done kind of just shrinked.
They need to give these women a mid card title.
They do.
As
And I
soon
feel
as
like
possible.
then these extra women that they really have nothing for, they have something to fight for. This Money in the Bank should really be the person that wins Money in the Bank actually gets the new Intercontinental Women's title or something.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe even Queen of the Ring. I wouldn't even been mad if Queen of the Ring was for like a something.
I mean, I guess it is for something they fight at SummerSlam now.
I mean,
which
it's
is
for
a
a
good
cash
thing.
in. Like it's for a chance. So it's like,
yeah. But come on now, Bailey beating Nia. It can happen.
If Nia don't sit on that girl and go on by her
feasible.
business,
throw that little girl around.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
it's probably gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good match though, because their NXT matches are pretty okay.
Nia and Bailey's NXT matches.
Yeah,
I don't even remember them.
Yeah, I want to say Nia was like Bailey's first NXT Women's Challenger. I think
they were on at the same time there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was fighting Asuka.
I mean, Asuka was there. Yes, Asuka beat her for it, but no.
Asuka beat Bailey for the belt.
Yes.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Asuka beat Bailey for the belt, and then Asuka held it for a long ass time and relinquished.
Ever. And then what's her face got it after that, right? Ember Moon.
Yep. And then didn't hold it for no time.
She got it twice though. Her and Shayna had their little feuds. Those were some good matches.
She didn't get the belt twice.
She didn't?
No, Shayna got it twice.
Oh. I could have sworn.
But Amber and Shayna did have a good match. They had 2 good matches, 2 title matches.
Back when Bear was actually doing something with Shayna.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I need them to do something with now.
I think that they could actually beat Jade and Bianca. And if they teaming up with Sonya Deville, I feel like this could actually be some type of faction feud or whatever. And then that right there, that actually is a good idea, because then they can have the big 3 again, because Sonya and Naomi already got their issues.
They already don't like each other.
Yeah, so this might not be that bad.
Give me the Studs versus the Trinity.
Not the Stud.
The Stud. Jesus.
I'm fucking done with you.
Hi guys.
Johnny, really?
Oh
my God,
dead.
Man. I am. You know what? That's no better way to end the podcast than that. Wow. I'm weak.
Oh my God.
No, but I love them though. Shout out to
Team Strap is crazy.
I'm
freaking done.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Oh,
I love y'all. I love y'all.
Oh man.
Well, man. Yeah, it's been real, y'all. But that gives us something. Well, that gives us something for Trinity or Naomi. Yeah, like that works.
It works. It works so well.
It works. Because realistically speaking, no matter where Bianca, Jade, Naomi go, they are main characters. This can bring up, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity.
Holy.
This brings up Big 3. This brings up
Trinity. Big 3.
The Big 3. This
Praise
brings
the Lord.
up. This bigs up. I guess you could say Shayna and what's some
Zoe
Sonya
needed.
and
Zoe
Zoe.
definitely needed.
Yes, yes, and that means that they don't need to win. There needs to be a disqualification a couple
Yep.
times or something, to build some type of storyline, and then Naomi comes in, and yeah. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If they do it right, it can work. But
It can literally work, but will they do it right? Will they
that's the
do it
thing.
right?
That's the thing.
That's the question. Will
Mm.
they do it right?
It could work, but will they do it right? And then Naomi get the money in the bank,
Mm-hmm.
cash it in on Nia when Nia beats Bailey, and we have all of our black women with champions.
So who do
Chips.
we want to win? Who do we want to win Royal
Um,
Rumble? Because that's not too long from now.
I haven't got that far.
Lord, the way these months passing, it gonna be
Jade
January
maybe
before
might
you know
win.
it.
Watch it be Charlotte.
No, she don't need to win it again.
No.
And honestly, that's who we need. That's who we need right now. Because
But I feel like if Charlotte comes, she needs to be a heel.
no, Charlotte needs to be healed. Face Charlotte never works.
Yeah, it don't.
I was gonna say, when the last time that worked?
Never.
Yeah.
She needs to be heel, but she seems so likable behind the scenes.
But I think that's something that's. I think that's literally a good thing about her.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like the Charlotte character, there's such a difference between the Charlotte
And what's
character and the
crazy?
Ashley person. And
I
that's
think
what I
what's
appreciate with
crazy
it.
is that
Mm-hmm.
we actually she was a heel, but I feel like we created that for her.
No.
Because no, what I'm saying is she was a heel, but I feel like because she was a heel and we hated on her so much, being that who her daddy was and these opportunities that she's gotten, when she tried to turn face, we still didn't really care for it because you still got opportunities. I feel
It's
like
not believable. It's not
it's not.
believable.
It's not,
As
and I
a
feel like she's like people hate on her so much, but I will say that when she gets in the ring, she backs it up every time, so you can't really hate too much. But then we need Alexa Bliss back.
Yeah.
We need Carmella. So Carmella's going to SmackDown.
we do need Carmella.
Um,
Carmella.
so and then
We
Alexa will
need
probably
Nikki
be going to
Cross.
Raw. We never needed Nikki. You know how I feel about her.
Mm-hmm.
We need her exactly where she's at right now, off TV.
Almost a superhero.
And what's Mia doing?
What has Mia always been done since she's come to the main roster?
She had what? She had a good match with her, and Io Sky match was actually good.
It was. And Mia is one of those people where if she's one of those people that's kind of like Naomi, but very much so in a worse position. If you give her the opportunity, she's going to show you exactly what she can do. Her track
Yes.
record is so good. Like she just has.
Yeah. I know
I
she's
don't
on
understand.
NXT right now. She has her match to qualify for the North American title shot, or for women, which she'll probably win.
Mm-hmm.
But
They need to get my sister out of catering. I'm tired. She probably got a plate in her hand right now.
So what I didn't understand is why the fuck was she over there, overseas with them?
If anybody could tell you, it'd probably be her because she definitely got a plate every week.
CT, it says refresh your CT's browser, preventing him from recording. Ask CT to refresh his browser. Hopefully.
Normally it'd be me. I feel so good. I feel so vindicated.
Oh, I don't even have you on here anymore.
Who? CT? CT's not on there.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, well, let's end the podcast now then. Thank y'all. You can find us on all social media. Here, he back again. That was weird.
Something happened with my browser. It acted up, but I'm here. We about to close out, and Terrell's gonna work his editing magic.
Yeah, so hopefully, it says you're at 0% uploaded right now. So I don't. Okay, now you're at 82.
It's
coming. We should be able to pull what we got on Twitch. We should be able to pull it, right?
I actually don't know. I've never tried that.
You should be good.
I'm just waiting for
you. I'll talk to my tech guy if you need my editing guy.
I should have the first part of the recording, so I can always just fix it from there. But anyways,
Okay.
thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes.
We will see y'all next week. It's been real.
On the next episode of Let's Find Ricky Starks.
Oh, we didn't talk about Ricky today.
Where is Ricky?
Where's he
Where
at?
is Ricky?
MJF came back, but I ain't seen no Ricky. I'm gonna let it rest. I'm gonna let it rest because
We
we
need to
gone.
talk
Get
about
Ricky
that.
on
We
this
need to talk about
podcast.
MJF return or Adam Cole's.
Do we care about Adam Cole returning?
No.
This is a whole nother thing,
Yeah,
but we ain't gonna get
that's
into it
gonna.
tonight. We'll talk about that next week.
We'll
Because I
talk
got
about
stuff
that
to say
next
about
week.
that.
Yeah,
Night,
We didn't even mention MJF. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
we're gonna put him on the
Have a great
agenda.
week, people.
We're gonna put
Yeah,
him
we'll
on
talk
the
about that
agenda.
next week.
Love y'all. We love you guys.
Bye.
Mwah. Peace.
Against the Ropes Wrestling Podcast.